All right.
Where's
I don't have
Everybody,
it.
everybody, see your way to your seats, please. We're doing a countdown of 1 minute. In 1 minute, we'll start the show. If you're not here, the doors will lock. And once the doors are locked, if you enter while the debate is active, you will be murdered by netherite swords, excluding Zalix.
I am making my way
Special.
downtown, walking fast.
Hope your pace is fast.
Da 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 da
I'm
da.
homebound.
Welcome, everybody, to the second half of 2021. I'm extremely excited to introduce one of the most inspirational mayors we've had yet to this date. And I tell you what, this is one of the most exciting times as he comes to the stage to give us a few tiny pieces of information that were in his brain during this long 6 months. I want to say I'm proud and I'm honored to introduce the Killerman, Daniel, Teravizal, whatever you want to call him. But to me, he is the mayor. Welcome to the stage.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Everybody have your seats.
Woo!
Keep your
Yeah!
applause down. Keep your applause down. Thank you. Thank you. I'm extremely grateful that I could say I was the mayor of Mustafar. And I couldn't have been here without you guys. You guys voted me. I got here through your trust in me to run this great city. And now, as my time comes to an end, it's time to vote a new mayor in here. Hopefully, we can pick the right one and continue a prosperous
One more
Mr.
term.
Mayor, Mr.
community.
Mayor,
One more term.
where's
One more
Mr.
turn. Can
Beetroot?
I
You
hear one
suck!
more turn?
You suck!
You
You
suck!
suck! Anarchy! Anarchy lives!
Where
Where
is
is
Mr.
Mr.
Beetroot?
Beetroot?
I just wanted to say we got
Anarchy,
some good
motherfuckers!
candidates here tonight, and let's all hear them out. Let's ask some great questions, and let's get this thing
What
started,
did you do
everybody.
for our city? Don't forget to tell them what you did for our city.
Okay, okay. Don't I'll humble myself. I've done plenty of things.
I've
And
almost used
also
all my
with the great
rockets.
help of all of you, we got plenty of ice boat roads. We got a new ice boat track. We got the casino. We got the beautiful arena. We got a nice new temple out behind Cody's or Murky's castle. It's a nice temple if you guys haven't checked that out. And just a couple few nice builds. I mean, just some nice attractions to Mustafar, I think. So, plenty of great things, and hopefully better things to come.
Yay!
Yay!
Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to introduce our candidates of the evening. First off, we've got the young, sporadic psychopath, Mr. Nice Guy 420. Welcome him to the stage.
420 blaze it! 420 blaze it!
What a blaze!
Next to
420
the
blaze
Thank
stage,
you. I would like to thank everybody for showing up
Hold on, Zach.
it! Right to the opening message.
next to the stage, we want to introduce another great member to the server who's been around for quite some time. He's introduced us to many things like redstone, glass, and rockets. Murky
Warlord!
Mudd. Come on,
Oh.
bring it to the stage, bud.
Woo! Yeah, Murky, you're
Ew.
still cool in my mind.
Look at those moves. He's a
Ooh.
bad dude.
Oh! Oh, oh, oh,
Oh.
oh.
And
Look at
last
those.
but not
I'm
least,
sorry.
most of you may know this gentleman by Binary
Oh,
Cornet
go down!
125, but I know him as Warlord 8525. Welcome to the stage. Come on in and show your
Yeah,
face.
woo! Go Joey!
Nepotism! Nepotism!
Thank you for
Nepotism!
coming. Thank you.
Nepotism!
Appreciate your time and being
See
here.
your way to the stage, please.
Hey!
All
Hey!
right.
Lay off the Right House. Hey!
Well,
He's destroying the stage.
we will allow opening statements upon introduction order. If you'd like to start off, Mr. Nice Guy, give us a few words of who you are, where you came from, and what you think you might be able to do as new mayor of this wonderful place.
All right, I'd like to take the time just to say
thank you for all showing up. We've all done our part for Mustafar. It stretches far and wide. But I feel like we can do better. Needless to say, thank you, Mr. Mayor, for all the good times and lore that we've had during the years. Well, it's only been a year, but still. As your mayor, I promise to be completely free with my elytras and Neverite. Because if it helps you, it helps me as
Oh.
as a citizen of Mustafar.
I want to hear a joke.
Woo!
Tell us a joke.
Ladies
All
and
right.
gentlemen, I want to remind everybody to keep the voices down while we let the candidates introduce themselves and talk about the great things that's coming. But as he did say, Nice Guy did say that elytras were going to be free. So I think that's something that's very, very crazy.
Pretty big claim there. Pretty big claim.
I think it could be a very good thing that's being introduced. And with that said, I think I heard through the crowd just a little chatter. Tell us a joke right fucking now.
All right, I got one for you all. Actually, you know what? Honestly, because you're such a great crowd, and you know what? Beautiful. Even mine, Murky and Warlord over there. They're my people. They get me, and we just want the best for Mustafar.
It's a joke.
Is this a joke?
Joke?
No. All right, you want a joke? Gosh,
The joke is that you want the best.
I love it. You want Sinister Nice Guy to win, and I love you guys for that. But here's the joke. Are you ready? What do you call a bear with no teeth? A gummy bear.
Oh! Oh!
Hey,
Oh! Damn!
Calm down, folks. Calm
Damn!
down. If we could just keep it down, shut your
Spitting
fucking
fire.
mouth, Nice Guy. You've had your time. Everybody,
All right.
calm down. Let's settle down and let's get the next introduction again.
I
And,
did have another joke, by the way.
You shut your fucking trap, bitch.
It came from China, okay?
Okay, here we go. Murky Mudd, if you could please introduce yourself, tell us what you've done, where you've come from, and what you think you can bring to this fine server.
It's a story as old as time itself. I was the first one here! I was the second one here. I was the second one here. Third, maybe. I don't know. I was early on. I've done a lot. I've built a lot of redstone. I've made a lot of lore. I've built community projects to make resources easier to get. What has this guy done? He used my technology. Flew through the inn to collect elytras, then claimed all the credit for it. He is a fraud. He's a fraud. You're a fraud.
It's a
I
powerful.
don't want to get physical with you, my guy, because I respect you. Because you did teach me your ways, but...
Oh, break it up.
I did it for the greater good of Mustafar.
Break it up, guys. Break it up.
If we could remind the candidates, this is a civil discussion, and there will be no fighting whatsoever. Any candidate that will be caught fighting will be punished by death, and that's drowning death. There will be no other form other than forcing you to drown in the sea. Please keep it down. Do you have anything else to say, Murky?
Yeah, there's a creeper outside.
Oh shit! What is
You're
it?
touching me, Zach!
No, dude.
Oh, break it up.
Break it up.
Break it up.
I will need 2 guards to stand behind each other, behind Murky and Nice Guy, in the event of any unrightful behavior. Please.
You guys need to take your armor off.
Beat his ass without my armor. Fuck.
Put your armor in your hot bar.
This is
So
getting out of
if
hand.
you guys start acting up, I'm gonna just blast you.
Guys, we need one thing we've missed out a lot on in this last 6 months is we have not had much control over the citizens of Mustafar, and I think this is a big eye-opener for everyone on this server to this day that these acts cannot happen. I need you all to settle down, and I want to progress over to Warlord. And if you could please introduce yourself, tell us what you've done, where you came from, and what you can bring to this server.
off, I'd like to say thank you, Spider-Ego, for handling that situation very well. I must say, I was under the impression that this was going to be a civil conversation, and we planned on staying out of the battle arena. Apparently, we forgot what venue we're in, gentlemen.
Damn.
For
Respect the
people
right
that want
house.
to be mayoral candidates,
Respect the right house.
you need to hold yourself to a better standard. Because for staying. Now, where to start? Like Mr. Murky Mudd here, I was one of the first 3, 4 to begin on this server. I remember there being a little sugarcane farm pretty much underneath our feet. A little wheat farm and a little animal pen, and that was it. And under the leadership of our former mayor, Killerman, we have seen tremendous growth. Amazing growth. The greatest growth.
Quit it. I'm gonna cry.
Would you say
Sorry.
huge growth?
The hugest,
Would you say among us?
hugest growth. That might be pushing
What up,
it.
Joho? Thank you, dude. We are currently holding
Now-
presidential elections for the Mustafar Bedrock Minecraft server.
Now, as we progress into the future, we have major changes coming to
We've
Mustafar.
got Battery Go,
We have the
Duck,
update
Watermelon.
coming.
Boilerberg isn't here. Killerman 1 is
With
here.
this update,
Hey,
I don't think people you know. You can hear me?
with this update, we have tremendous changes coming. There will be
Breathe.
copper. The caves and the cliffs and the whole universe is going to change. This is an opportunity for us, if we work together, gentlemen, and come together as a community,
anarchy.
with a little anarchy every now and then for fun. That's what our battle arena is for. We've all put a lot of work into this server, and we all can put more work into the server. And who knows what we can accomplish together. But I, for one, look well forward to working with you to make Mustafar better than ever. Thank you.
Woo! Respect the right
Please
house.
remind all candidates to stay at your podium. As inspirational as that was, I think everybody needs to understand that there is order in the right house, and we need to maintain our positions. If this cannot be respected, the Spider Ego will remove himself from podium, and you'll have to replace him with another. Now, I will give the candidates 5 minutes to prep as we prepare the questions that we have for you on this fine evening. I will like to invite everybody to send myself or Fab the Duck out a personal question through Messenger or Discord, and we will ask those questions later on here tonight. Fab, if you could join me on the podium, please.
All right. It's an honor to be up here. I didn't know this is a surprise for me. Thank you. Hold your applause. I have a question, actually. I'd like to open it to all the candidates.
In bone.
With the coming update pending in T-minus 6 days and some hours, what is your day one priority on the server?
All right. So day one of the Caves and Cliffs update. Well, I think the best thing that we could do is form together as a group and do a little exploring. See just what we can find with the Caves and Cliffs update. We survey the surrounding terrain using our maps that you yourself, Fab, have put together. As our chief cartographer, you have done an excellent job with providing navigation through the treacherous land of Minecraft. Far beyond the borders of Mustafar.
Well spoken.
Amen.
Okay, I like that answer. How about you, Murky?
Nepotism.
Day 1. What is your priority with the Caves and Cliffs update?
I'm gonna build a super smelter. Like a big super
Okay, and follow up. How is that going to help Mustafar grow?
I take it you're gonna be wanting blocks of copper, right?
Well, yes, that's true.
Well, I mean that's how you build with it. You gotta get blocks first.
So
right?
what is this
How
copper
do
you speak
mine
of?
out of the ground?
What is this copper you speak of? Can you tell
it's
us
the
more?
Future. It's the future. And by future, I mean it's gonna add very minor things that you can do with something that's kind of cool, I guess.
Cool. All right,
Anyway,
Mr. Nice Guy.
The super smelter.
I'm sorry, your time's over. I'm sorry, your time is over. Please be respectful of the other candidates. Mr. Nice Guy, what would you do on day 1? What is your priority for Mustafar with the Caves and Cliffs update?
All right. I just want to say that both my candidates are pretty much almost spot on what I wanted. But what I'm gonna do for everybody, just like with the elytras and everything, because let's not lie. In this land, I'm a seller. But I want to be for you people. As mayor, I'm not gonna get benefit of this. You are, not me. And I'm going to mine a crap ton of copper and give it to everybody, just so we can build. I mean, just like my candidate said, I mean, we mine. I like the idea of all of us sitting there together and doing it in one day, so nobody's like, what's going on? So I feel like in my day of mayor, if you elect me, I would set a date that all of us get on and we just enjoy some good old Minecraft.
Why did it start raining during your speech?
Because God's crying, because what I just said was so beautiful. Thank you. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. So we have our
the
we
rain
have the
of the
priorities
future.
of the candidates. So I will turn to the audience and to our maestro Spider Ego, who may have some more questions for the candidates.
I thought we had 5 minutes. Just saying.
5
minutes
was
is over.
preparation for my
Yeah.
question. Shut your fucking mouth.
Sorry,
All
Mr.
right.
Spider Ego.
Looks like we're coming at the top with one question from an anonymous entry. This one is for you, Murky Mudd. We have a question coming in from the audience that asks, why dandelions can't exist in Mustafar?
Aren't you tired? Are you tired of all the weeds crawling and climbing and wrapping their yellow dandelion leaves around everything? Don't you want a nice looking lawn? You want a nice looking lawn? Except for you, Sandman, which you can have a sand castle, I guess. Yeah, you want a nice looking lawn, and dandelions are the enemy.
Boo.
They're the enemy.
Boo.
And also anarchy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that answer. Next question we have directed directly towards Mr. Nice Guy. This question comes from another anonymous individual, and they have the question that says, out of pure curiosity, you've lived in the Nether for the past 4 months, to be fair. What makes you think you can come to the surface world?
5 months. I just want to say that.
Let me finish the question. What makes you feel like you have any form of knowledge built up for us land dwellers to not only live among us, but to lead us?
I would like to start off. It was 5 months, just saying. I've been in the Nether for 5 months. I have created pretty much I mean, it's nothing crazy to be, but I created land from the overworld in the Nether. Because I am so confident, even in the Nether, that I feel like I could run Mustafar.
Thank you for your answer.
Thank you.
I
I
appreciate
like
that.
it. I like it.
I do have another question. It looks like this question's directed directly towards Warlord. It seems like this is not just coming from one of our questionnaires. It's actually coming from multiple different. They would like to know if you do become mayor, will you start helping make builds in Mustafar?
Question. The most excellent question. Now, in the past, my builds have been weak. Not impressive, but functional at its basis. Now, with the new copper that will be coming to our realm, I do have some ideas for a build. And what better way to celebrate our freedom in Mustafar than a Statue of Liberty with a creeper face?
Ooh.
To represent our freedom from the beasts that have ravaged our town, that we have been able to purge away.
I think that the crowd actually really enjoyed that.
I was
As
gonna
I
say,
got-
I like it. That's a good
As
answer.
I got quite a few messages just from that alone. So I want to thank you for that answer, and I want to move this answer out actually to all three of the candidates. And if you could for me answer this question coming in from another anonymous individual. Crime is indeed bad, but crime also keeps society alert and honest. How much crime will you be allowed on the shores and seas of Mustafar?
Anarchy.
Now, we don't live in a perfect society. We're all adults, we all know this. There will be crime. Fortunately enough, our realm has seen very minor petty crime. Lowest numbers in all time. That's an accomplishment.
Thank
But
you.
with me as your mayor, those numbers are going to go even lower. The craziest low, I'm the best. It's that simple. And I mean, come on. Like,
I appreciate your time. Unfortunately, you did run out of time. If we could move on to the next, we'll just go from left to right. Murky, again, same question to you. How much crime will you allow in Mustafar, the seas and the shores?
Well, I don't know about you guys, but
Mm-hmm.
how much money do you really want to put into keeping our streets safe?
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna pay to do it? Where's that money coming from? Out of
Anarchy.
your pockets. You might get robbed every now and then. You might lose some stuff. Some of your chests might feel a little light, but at least you're not getting robbed by the government.
Anarchy.
Hey!
Anarchy.
Thank you very much for that answer. It seemed like, as much as it did seem a little demented, you were very honest with that. And I can tell you for sure, sir, we appreciate honesty in this civilization. Next question, exact same, directed directly towards Mr. Nice Guy 420 blah. How much crime will you allow? And I want to add one extra thing, since you do reside in the Nether. How much crime will you allow in the surface, shores, and seas, as well as the Nether?
I just want to say that my two candidates are letting crime gonna happen in your city, in your beautiful city, in your beautiful city. Think about that. They're gonna let just a sliver of it go. I'm not gonna stand for it. You will be set to punishment. I know it might sound harsh, but you know, you do a
Sounds
harsh
kind of like a
thing,
tyrant.
but
no.
whoa,
No.
whoa,
I'm
whoa,
sorry.
whoa,
I'm
get back
sorry.
to your
I'm
stand.
sorry.
I'm being
I made.
interrupted. Is this what you
not.
want as a
I'm
mayor?
not.
Break him up. Break him up.
Listen
Break
to
him up.
you?
Break him up.
I think that
Break
the
him
crowd,
up. Break him
crowd
up.
I'm
needs to
calm.
Break him
calm
up.
down.
Calm.
Break him
I
up.
cannot
Sir,
stand
please go back
by.
to the podium. Sir,
Get back to your podium.
please.
How are we supposed to grow as a civilization if you and Zach can't get along? You two
I
get
apologize. I
I want to
apologize
say
for
that
the outburst.
yep,
But
I'm my
when I
candidate, which you
hear-
want to possibly vote for, but I say, like you asked the extra question of the Nether, go for it, blow stuff up, have fun. I mean, there's nothing
I'm
more to
sorry.
do in
I'm
there.
sorry, but I can't stand by and listen.
Unfortunately,
I can't listen to the contradiction.
Order!
I don't know
Order!
why I
Shut
was
up,
Zach.
during your speech.
There's order in the court. Unfortunately, the time has come due, and
This isn't a court.
please, the Right House. Thank you for the correction. Apologies.
It's kind of like the
the Right
courthouse.
House. I want everybody to just understand we have respect for one another, and we need to understand that while one candidate is speaking, no other shall be arguing. This is not in debate just yet. These are open questions from the audience. You'll have your moments to argue
Apologize.
the key
My
points.
passion for Mustafar just runs very, very deep, and I let my passion get the best of me.
This is your first
I
impression.
think this is a good moment to actually lighten up the mood and kind of cut the strings of tension with another question from one of our anonymous entries. This question comes from another anonymous individual, and this is to all the candidates. If you couldn't be mayor, who would you choose to be elected beside yourself, and why would you do that? Let's start again with you, Warlord, and we'll move from left to right.
I tell you, I was hoping for a question like this by Dorigo. Because honestly, you know, as you can see from the selection of candidates up here, the only one that makes me a little nervous is Murky Mudd. I've always had great respect for Mr. Murky here. He has added to our society in ways that are immeasurable. He is a great candidate, and I am humble enough to say that if you, the good citizens of Mustafar, decide that I'm not the candidate for you, then I hope Murky Mudd is able to step up to the plate and accomplish what I may or may not be able to do.
Mr. Nice Guy, 420, blaze it.
Thank you very much for that honest opinion and what might just be the nicest thing we've heard said about Murky Mudd yet so far in this debate. If we could move on just from you over to the right, Murky, if you couldn't win this, who would you pick out of your other two candidates, and why?
If I couldn't win this, I would pick Father Time as the new mayor. He's gonna win all in the end. I'd pick Father Time. Yeah.
Okay. If just real quick, I appreciate that. Before we move on to you, Nice Guy, I'm gonna say if we could halt the questions. It seems like I've received enough for the next couple minutes. So if we do have more time, anything you send from this point forward, I will ask. But for the time being, please hold your questions. Mr. Nice Guy, if you could answer that question as well. You can't win this election, but one of your other two candidates can. Who you picking and why?
Well, I agree with Warlord. I wish there was more questions of like asking what I can do for Mustafar instead of just amping up my competitors, honestly. But I would go with Mr. Mind Murky. He taught me how redstone works. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have all the elytras that I could ever want. You know, he's a good guy.
Thank you very much. And again, this is just a blurred out question to all candidates. If you could answer it quickly as we are running out of time. Where is Mr. Beetroot?
Ooh.
Zach, are you gonna tell him, or do you want me to?
Ooh.
Juicy.
Zach, what do you know? You need to speak up, actually. The crowd is very curious on this.